Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 117, the penultimate day of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A bicycle trip across the United States of America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself bound by addiction. So I'm here at the Hampton Inn & Suites in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm headed to the bus station, Greyhound, headed into Richmond, where I'll have a nice little 2-day run into Yorktown to complete the Redeeming Eden Coast to Coast Cycle Tour, RECCCT, Get Wrecked for Recovery, tomorrow evening. So, yeah, when I get into Richmond, I'm going to stop and get my beard cut, haircut, whatever. And yeah, and then get on the road, and I'm so excited. Like, even yesterday, after I came off the hills, you know, coming down into Charlottesville, the parts that I did ride, it was just so much nicer to not be, you know, going upwards forever. I love the fact that these hills are just nothing now. It's amazing how riding over mountains changes your perspective on what hills are. You know, there's a spiritual lesson in that too. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get on the road. You'll see more of that right about now. Alright, so I made it to Richmond. It's a weird foggy day, like, I don't know if you can see, but this tower, the cellular tower over here, just kind of goes up and then it stops in the clouds. So it's not like wet down here, it doesn't feel foggy down on the ground, but it's not very high up above me. Anyway, I'm about a mile from the bicycle route. I had to put my chain back on the bike. They had knocked it off when they unloaded it. So yeah, I'm gonna head over here. I'll be on the downtown road in Richmond, and then I will get off onto Virginia's Capitol Trail. I'm gonna find some place to get my hair cut first though, so my beard cut. Either way, you'll know more of that right about now. Alright, so I'm here in the capital city of Virginia, Richmond. And this is now the second big city in a row since I, you know, went to Charlottesville, and now I'm here in Richmond. I'm sure that Richmond's probably the largest city in Virginia. I don't know. But with it being the capital city, I would imagine that it is. But this is now, again, this really strange feeling. It's almost a check in my spirit to be here. It's really strange. After being in rural to small town America, really all the way across the United States, I think the last time I had a real feel like this, we're in like Seattle, Eugene, and Pueblo, Colorado. I didn't have this feeling in Missoula. But it's a really strange, like, I don't feel the presence of God. I know that sounds crazy. I mean, I'm sure that God is present here in Richmond. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's more like, you know, the Abraham and Lot scenario, where Abraham's like, you know, I'm gonna choose to go to the right into the plains, and Lot's like enamored by the city of Sodom. And I think it's not necessarily like, I don't think it's the people, I don't think it's the place. I think the people are relatively the same. I don't think it's the you know, geographical location of Richmond. I think more what it is there's so much built here, so much that takes away from the glory of God through his creation. Like, I've just experienced God on a whole nother level
out in the wilderness, you know, streams and creeks and trees and mountains and plains and deserts and stuff. And all these buildings take so much away from that. I mean, granted, a lot of this is beautiful. The murals are beautiful, the buildings are beautiful. Some of them are very old, some of them are new, and everything in between. But you know, you even look at like the heat map for how people vote in the United States, and you can see this paradigm shift that exists with city life. Like the major cities all vote blue, and you know, the rural areas all vote red. And I mean, not to say that like any political party is, you know, one way or the other. I could care less. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I vote the Bible, and whoever I feel like, you know, I doubt that most people would have voted for David after the Bathsheba incident, and I doubt that you know, most people wouldn't have voted for Solomon. And you know, there's so many people in the Bible that, you know, we definitely would not have voted for because of their personal flaws and characteristics, who God chose to be great leaders. But it's just very strange to me that I get it. Like, it's a feeling in the city that almost dampens the presence of God. Again, I'm not, this is just like my notes, my thoughts from the road. This is no more doctrinal or philosophical or theological than anything else that I think or do. I'm just telling you how I feel. And while these buildings are beautiful, and it's a gorgeous town, it's just not the same. Like, it is absolutely not the same. There's a different feeling to all these people congregated together than there is anywhere else. I mean, that green space is beautiful with the trees going down that alley, but it's weird. Anyway, I'm not gonna make this video long. I've got a lot to look at today. I just wanted to kind of give the impression of, you know, the feeling that I'm having being in a big city after so long of being away. Alright, so yeah, I finally got my beard and haircut. Feels much better. This is, I think, my third haircut on the trip. Super regal experience. They only charged me $15
And I mean, he did everything just right. Victor right here that you see cutting hair. I can't point. He's the one who cut my hair. Fantastic job. I absolutely love what they did. He did everything exactly the way I asked for. And so, yeah, haircut's good. Now I got to find some lunch and get on the road. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Alright, so I made it to Lawrence Lewis Jr. Park. This park is a few miles west of Charles City, which is where I'm going to have to get breakfast in the morning. Unfortunately, the restaurant / convenience store that was listed on the map that I was planning on getting dinner at is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So, with all of that, I'm going to make the last Chili Mac dehydrated meal that I still have from back in Chanute, Kansas. And I don't have any more camp fuel, so it's going to be cold Chili Mac. Probably crunchy Chili Mac. I've got a banana too, though, so I may just do the banana. Either way, I'm here. I'm exhausted. Like, today was flat, but it was this weird, cold, kind of wet feeling day. And so I'm tired. I don't have any signal here. This video is going to have to upload tomorrow somewhere. I've got 1 bar of 4G, so either way, yeah, that's it for the video for today. A strange day from Charlottesville to Richmond on the bus, and then just kind of the, you know, I guess the feeling that I had just coming into the city before I saw any monuments. Just a really strange feeling there. And yeah, as soon as I got out of town and followed that bike trail, it was no problem after that. Back to kind of a normal feeling bike ride across America. It's strange because Seattle and Richmond were the only places that even seemed to have any civil unrest. You know, there were other cities like that, Eugene and Pueblo, and had the same kind of general feel, but didn't quite have everything stirred up the way that it is there. So, yeah, the penultimate day is over with. I am so ready for this trip to be over with. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. But I have got a super exciting day tomorrow. I go through Williamsburg, Virginia, and then end up in Yorktown at Chesapeake Bay, Atlantic Ocean. Here we come. I'm super excited about that. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of the video for the day. If you know anyone who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me on Facebook, Adam Lineberry, Mobile, Alabama, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction, and let's use YouTube as a tool that we might save a life. If you know anyone who's in recovery, share this with them. We are all in it together, and I definitely need the recovery community's prayers and support as much as I pray for and support the recovery community. And last but not least, don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I'll leave a donation link in the description. Just click the down arrow and you can find it. You can go there, you can donate one time, you can donate monthly. It's whatever the Lord puts on your heart. If He puts it on your heart just to pray, then just pray. But do know that any funds left over from the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour will go to building Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. And thank you so much for your prayers and your support. Prayer has got me all the way across the United States of America on a bicycle. This is crazy. I've got 45 miles to go. And thank you for liking the videos on YouTube, for commenting on YouTube, for sharing the videos on your social media platforms. And most of all, thank you for subscribing to the channel. That's going to go a long way to help funding building the rehab. So yeah, again, cannot tell you how excited I am, tired I am, all of it mixed together. The adrenaline is like, I think my body's not producing anymore at this point. It's saving it up for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna cry all the way tomorrow. Weep, whatever. I feel it coming on. I feel a big emotional, you know, piece de resistance for this tour. So yeah, from here at Lawrence Lewis Jr. Park, 45 miles from the Atlantic Ocean. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.